Antarctica is one of the most mysterious and remote places on Earth. A land covered almost entirely in ice, it stretches out as a frozen desert that very few people will ever see with their own eyes. Reaching it is far more complicated than booking a flight or sailing on a ship. The barriers to entry are not just physical, but also political, environmental, and even financial. The journey begins with distance. Antarctica sits at the southernmost point of our planet, isolated from all major land masses. The closest civilization is thousands of kilometers away, making it one of the hardest destinations to reach. Travelers often depart from South America, usually from Chile or Argentina, where specialized vessels set sail across the infamous Drake Passage. This stretch of ocean is considered one of the roughest seas in the world. The Drake Passage is notorious for violent storms, towering waves, and unpredictable weather. Even modern ships can struggle to cross it safely, and seasickness is almost guaranteed for most passengers. For those who attempt to fly, the challenges are no less daunting. Antarctica's weather can shift in minutes from calm skies to blizzards, grounding flights and leaving visitors stranded for days or even weeks. The continent's runways are not like typical airports. Most are carved directly into the ice, and landing on them requires highly trained pilots and aircraft specifically designed to withstand extreme conditions. Temperatures can plummet far below freezing even in summer, with wind chills making it feel colder than almost anywhere else on Earth. This hostile environment pushes both people and machines to their limits. Frostbite, hypothermia, and dehydration are constant threats. Even a small mistake in preparation or gear can turn deadly in a matter of minutes. Survival depends on specialized equipment. Heavy insulated clothing, advanced navigation tools, and emergency supplies are mandatory for anyone traveling there. But physical danger is only part of the story. Antarctica is also one of the most protected regions in the world under international law. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959, designates the continent as a place for peace and scientific research. Military activity, mining, and nuclear testing are strictly forbidden. Tourism is allowed, but heavily restricted. Only a limited number of visitors can set foot on the continent each year, and operators must follow strict environmental guidelines. This means that, unlike other exotic destinations, Antarctica isn't open for mass tourism. The idea of thousands of people flocking there simply isn't possible under current rules. Costs are another barrier. Trips to Antarctica can range from several thousand to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the route, duration, and level of comfort. This makes it a destination accessible only to the wealthy or to scientists conducting research. For the average person, the price alone puts it out of reach. Beyond regulations and costs, there are natural obstacles hidden under the ice that make exploration extremely difficult. Beneath Antarctica's thick ice sheets lie massive mountain ranges, vast subglacial lakes, and deep valleys untouched for millions of years. Some of these lakes, such as Lake Vostok, remain sealed beneath kilometers of ice, cut off from the outside world since before humans existed. Scientists believe these hidden lakes may contain unique life forms adapted to complete darkness, pressure, and extreme cold. Studying them requires advanced technology and international cooperation. Drilling into these lakes poses enormous challenges. Even a tiny amount of contamination could destroy ecosystems that have survived in isolation for millennia. This is why so much of Antarctica remains unexplored. Despite modern technology, more of the moon's surface has been mapped than the icy interior of the continent. Satellite images have revealed strange formations and anomalies buried beneath the ice, fueling speculation about what might be hidden there. Some suggest ancient civilizations or meteor impact sites. Others believe the continent may hold secrets about Earth's past climate, preserved within the layers of ice. Every year, researchers uncover new mysteries, but access is so limited that much of Antarctica remains a blank space on the world map. Even establishing scientific bases requires monumental effort. Supplies must be shipped or flown in, often taking months of planning and coordination. The harsh conditions mean that only a few thousand people live there temporarily, mostly scientists and support staff, scattered across isolated research stations. Life at these stations is unlike anywhere else. Months of darkness, extreme cold, and isolation test the endurance of everyone who stays. Communication with the outside world is limited, and resupply missions can be delayed by storms, leaving crews to rely on strict rationing. For those who dream of visiting Antarctica, the reality is that access remains a privilege of the few. Even luxury cruises can only visit select coastal areas, far from the mysterious interior. Tourists are never allowed near sensitive research zones or deep ice-covered regions. The most intriguing parts of the continent remain off-limits. This adds to the sense of mystery. Antarctica is one of the last untouched frontiers where nature still dominates and humanity's presence is minimal. The extreme isolation means that whatever lies beneath the ice is shielded from casual exploration. The continent guards its secrets well. The challenges of traveling there also ensure that its fragile environment remains relatively preserved, unlike other parts of the world. But even with these protections, climate change poses a new threat. Rising global temperatures are melting Antarctica's ice sheets at alarming rates. This has worldwide consequences. Antarctica holds about 60% of the planet's fresh water locked in ice. If it were to melt entirely, sea levels could rise by over 50 meters. Already, scientists are warning of accelerating ice loss in regions like West Antarctica, where massive glaciers are retreating faster than expected. The melting ice also threatens to reveal landscapes hidden for millions of years, potentially releasing ancient microbes into the modern world. These discoveries could revolutionize our understanding of life and climate, but they also raise questions about how humanity should handle such fragile ecosystems. As more is revealed, Antarctica becomes both a scientific treasure and a looming danger. The continent's future is deeply tied to the fate of the entire planet. Yet for most people, the chance to witness this frozen world will remain out of reach. It is simply too remote, too dangerous, and too protected. This inaccessibility fuels endless fascination. The idea of a land so vast, so unknown, and so hard to reach sparks the imagination. Stories of lost expeditions, hidden valleys, and strange discoveries continue to circulate, adding to Antarctica's aura of mystery. Even today, expeditions can face disaster. Ships have been trapped in sea ice for months, and explorers have had to be rescued by international efforts. The continent demands respect. It punishes carelessness and rewards only those who come prepared, disciplined, and cautious. For researchers, every discovery comes at the cost of hardship and endurance. Each sample of ice, each new measurement, is the result of incredible effort. This is why Antarctica is often called the last great wilderness. It is a reminder of how small humanity is compared to the forces of nature. The difficulty of reaching it preserves its mystery. Unlike other parts of the Earth, it cannot be conquered or tamed easily. Perhaps that is what makes Antarctica so captivating. It stands apart, resisting exploration, keeping its secrets buried deep under layers of ice. Those who do make it there describe the experience as otherworldly, like stepping onto another planet. The silence is overwhelming. The vastness of the ice sheets stretches endlessly, broken only by jagged mountains piercing through the snow. Wildlife is scarce but remarkable. Penguins, seals, and whales thrive in the icy waters, adapted to conditions that would kill most creatures. These rare encounters remind us that despite its harshness, Antarctica supports life in extraordinary ways. But it also reminds us of how fragile that life is, and how careful humanity must be in interacting with this untouched world. For now, Antarctica remains beyond the reach of ordinary travelers. It is a destination that exists in imagination more than in reality. Its challenges are too great, its dangers too real, and its protections too strict for casual tourism. And perhaps that is for the best. Some places on Earth are meant to remain wild, mysterious, and untamed. Antarctica, the frozen frontier, is one such place. A reminder that not every corner of the world is within our grasp. The reasons it is so hard to reach are the same reasons it continues to inspire awe. Isolation, danger, cost, and protection combine to keep it beyond ordinary reach. Yet the dream persists. The thought of standing on the edge of the world surrounded by endless ice continues to captivate human imagination. And maybe that is Antarctica's greatest secret. Not what lies beneath its ice, but the power it holds over our curiosity. It represents the ultimate challenge, the final frontier, and the enduring mystery of a world not yet fully discovered. Until technology advances or global policies change, Antarctica will remain a destination almost impossible to reach for most. It will remain a place of scientists, explorers, and a select few adventurers willing to risk everything to experience it. For the rest of us, it remains a distant dream, a white continent shrouded in secrecy, danger, and wonder. Perhaps someday, more of its mysteries will be revealed. But for now, it stands as the Earth's greatest enigma, untouched and untamed. And that is why reaching Antarctica is so much harder than most people realize.